Well, would you look at that? That's very curious. The one on the left is the artist drawing. The one on the right looks like they just took his drawing, put it into ChatGPT, and said, turn this into a Pokemon card. That's what it looks like to me, at least. To which I actually did do that. I said, touch this up with the sun behind the bird and turn it into a Pokemon card. And would you look at what it did?
What's going on, dude? It's your boy and the Matrix. I'm back on Angry Guys YouTube channel. So, it looks like Nintendo stole somebody's fan art, which I find hilarious, and then used it for a new Pokemon card. Instead of hiring an artist, they rather steal artwork from their fans. Imagine that. And that's how cheap Nintendo is. That's how cheap Nintendo is. You know, they're really jumping on the AI art bandwagon. I mean, isn't everybody jumping on the AI bandwagon? Okay, I'm also gonna explain to you guys why many people are getting laid off from their jobs, along with this story. So stay tuned, guys. It's your boy Andy Matrix. Make sure to follow me on Andy Matrix Gaming. Okay, I talk about anime, gaming, and Japanese culture. So if you're into any of those things, make sure to subscribe to the channel. The link is in the description. Thank you very much. I'm trying to reach 3,000 subscribers. If you want to help out with that, I highly appreciate it. Also, everybody, make sure to follow Angry Guy on Rumble, because YouTube has become the censor station. Okay, and Angry Guy's uploading his videos over there on Rumble. There's a lot of freedom over there. He's got new content over there, so go ahead and check it out. Click the link in the description to follow. And also, do not let the elites tell you that you own nothing and be happy. Make sure to check out Angry Guy's Crypto Academy and invest for the future with cryptocurrency to protect your financial independence. Okay, you'll learn how to buy and sell crypto with the Crypto Academy. Click the link in the description, everybody. Now, let's get on with the show. So, I thought that Nintendo was a company that hired artists to produce high-quality art for their games and products. And it turns out I was wrong. I was wrong. Sorry, guys. Sorry. But isn't every company doing this nowadays? You know? A virtuous company, Nintendo is not. Okay? So Nintendo apparently stole somebody's fan art and then used the AI. No, they used AI to turn that fan art into a Pokemon card. Okay? So if you're a Pokemon artist on YouTube, on Twitter, on DeviantArt, whatever, they can literally just go to your page, look at your artwork, and say, hey, look, it's Pokemon. That belongs to us. Take one of your artwork, your fan art, and make a Pokemon card out of it. So they're literally making money off of your artwork without compensating you. This is a very complicated, tricky game here. But it shows you where Nintendo stands, right? You know, they were too lazy to hire an artist, because why not just hire a machine that can do the same shit at the speed of light, right? And I'm sure Nintendo's got plenty of artists, but they just don't care. You know, I guess they thought since it's Pokemon, you know, they don't have to compensate an artist or the person who created the fan art, right? They don't have to compensate them. The way that Nintendo sees it, it's like, hey, that's Pikachu. They just drew a picture of Pikachu. We can take that for ourselves. Because they're the one that's stealing, not us. That's how Nintendo sees it. Oh, man, I tell you that the fan art is a very, very, very tricky game. But, and a lot of companies are just using AI to not have to hire artists. Okay, this is very common in the with book covers. A lot of authors, instead of hiring an artist, it's just, you know, go on ChatGPT or Midjourney, whatever AI art generator, and instead of hiring an artist for $500, $800 to produce a book cover, you know, they just enter that shit, enter a prompt. They enter a prompt and have the software generate it. Poof, fantasy art for their epic fantasy novel. Bam, there you go. But we got a new YouTuber, Smash JT. He's gonna fill us in on this story. So here we go.
This comes to us from Video Games Chronicle. They said Pokemon Company removes 2 TCG pocket card designs and deeply apologizes following claims of plagiarism. Now, this would be crazy enough on its own, just in light of what happened with Bungie and the serious plagiarism that went on with their latest title. Now we have with Marathon. Now we have a situation with a Nintendo property of Pokemon that is Nintendo currently suing the Pal World creator, Pocket Pair, because it's too similar to their Pokemon game. Those same people now got caught stealing, allegedly. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? Oh, my, how the turntables. A Chinese fan artist noticed their Ho-Oh art looked similar to that used in a new card design in the mobile game. Well, would you look at that? That's very curious. The one on the left is the artist drawing. The one on the right looks like they just took his drawing, put it into ChatGPT, and said, turn this into a Pokemon card. That's what it looks like to me, at least. To which I actually did do that. I said, touch this up with the sun behind the bird and turn it into a Pokemon card. And would you look at what it did? Very similar to that, isn't it? Isn't that very similar? Curious. Almost like they took someone's art, ran it through AI, tried to hide that it was stolen, and play it off as their own. Weird. The Pokemon Company has deeply apologized after allegations that the latest expansion in its trading card game Pocket app features plagiarized art. The mobile game received its latest update, Wisdom of the Sea and Sky, earlier today, but before this, some of the card artwork was shared online. This led to Chinese artists noting on X that artwork they had previously done of Ho-Oh appeared to have been used as the basis for one of the new cards in the expansion. The Pokemon Company has now posted a statement which suggests the illustrator who was commissioned creating the card designs for the game was sent, ready for this, incorrect reference materials. Well, that sure sounds a hell of a lot like Bungie talking about Marathon. Oh, our artists had the incorrect reference material. It was a mistake. They were looking at something that was supposed to be something else, but somehow that guy's art got mixed in with it. From the game's card production team, which were wrongfully presented as official art and led to the artist using them as a reference for the card art, which bullshit, I'm going to call. So when you click on the links, by the way, I found this curious. Gone and gone. Both links not working anymore. Curious. Almost like Nintendo and the Pokemon Company had them taken down. And the Pokemon Company has now removed the design of both the Ho-Oh EX and Lugia EX cards for now, replacing them with a placeholder image, which simply says, new art coming soon. And here it is. Well, this is awkward. That's it. Here's the Lugia EX. New art coming soon. It got caught so close to when they were coming out after they announced it that they had to delete the picture and just write new art coming soon.
That is right, guys. That is right. And as we're heading into the all digital future, you're gonna want to invest into cryptocurrency. That's why I recommend to check out Angry Guys Crypto Academy. The link is in the description. You will learn how to buy and sell crypto, how to day trade crypto, make a profit off a cryptocurrency. But most importantly is which cryptocurrency to buy, because there's thousands of them now, and only 10 or 20 of them are going to be the top hitters, right? Like the top hitters that are going to multiply in the future. So make sure to click the link in the description, check out Angry Guys Crypto Academy, and find out more.
Hey guys, in a world pushing you to own nothing and be happy, crypto is your key to survival. Join Angry's Crypto Academy to master buying, selling, and trading crypto. Make huge profits and safeguard your wealth. Plus, discover the one crypto virtually no one is talking about, poised to create new millionaires in the upcoming bull run. The link is in the description of the video below. Go check it out now.
Now let's get on with the show. Okay, so Nintendo, or rather Pokemon, which belongs to Nintendo, right, didn't bother to hire an artist to make that Pokemon card, right? So whatever his company's doing. And this leads me as to what's happening not just with artists, but also in the job market. Okay, why do you think so many Americans are getting laid off, right? Because in 2025 alone, we've had about 1.5 million people getting laid off from work, and this is in all industries. This is not just the tech market, right? This isn't just like the tech market, like the tech jobs, right? No, we're talking about, we're talking about all industries, whether if it's food delivery, freaking government jobs, Hollywood. Everybody's getting laid off. Everybody's getting laid off. Nobody's safe. Okay? And so yeah, 1.5 million layoffs in 2024. It was around the same number. And do you really think these layoffs are happening because the CEOs want a pay raise and they're just being greedy? Well, yeah, that's part of it. But that's not the only reason, okay? That's not the only reason. You see, companies are using AI art and other forms of AI, of course, and making it seem like they are just downsizing. You've heard that story, right? You heard that story? We're just downsizing, right? And we're restructuring the company. Yeah, you're restructuring the company with artificial intelligence, asshole. That's what you're doing. But they gotta lie. They gotta lie to you because they don't want you to feel bad that you're being replaced with a robot, right? With a computer that can do what you do, but probably 5 times better and faster, and they don't have to pay them, or give them vacations, or give them a pay raise, or let them go see their kids, and they don't fight at work or argue with them, and they don't take bathroom breaks. I mean, I can go on. This is the argument with artificial intelligence. Eventually, now we have AI influencers. So even being an influencer on the internet is not safe. So my job as a YouTuber is going to come to an end pretty soon. Hopefully I am wrong, but I mean, who's asking, right? Who's asking? But anyways, let's go ahead and let's get back to Smash JT and finish up the story.
Here is the official post from the Pokemon Company. Notice regarding new illustrations. Thank you for your continued support and passion for Pokemon trading card game Pocket, which again, I keep going back to. This would be a story on its own, but the fact that Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are suing Pocket Pair for allegedly plagiarizing or copying too much of what Pokemon is for their game, while Pokemon themselves is doing that in their card game to some artists right now, the irony is not lost on me. We want to share an important update regarding the upcoming expansion, Wisdom of the Sea and Sky. It has come to our attention that there was a production issue regarding the illustration of Ho-Oh featured in the immersive card artwork for Ho-Oh EX 3-star and Lugia EX 3-star. After internal review, we discovered that the card production team provided incorrect reference materials as official documents to the illustrator commissioned to create these cards. Oops, whoopsie, our mistake. We'll fix that. As a result, both cards have been replaced with temporary placeholder that the team is actively working to replace with new artwork as soon as it's ready. We are also conducting a broader investigation. Does this sound familiar, by the way? A broader investigation to ensure no similar issues exist elsewhere in the game. To all our players who have been looking forward to this expansion, and to the talented illustrators who bring the Pokemon world to life, we deeply apologize for the inconvenience, not for stealing. They deeply apologize for the inconvenience this caused for you enjoying the game. We're not apologizing for stealing because that might get us into some legal hot water. We're just going to apologize to you because we know you're enjoying and looking forward to this. We take this matter very seriously and are committed to strengthening our quality control processes to prevent this from happening again. Thank you for your understanding and patience, continued support of the Pokemon trading card game pocket. We remain dedicated to delivering an experience that you can enjoy. How nice of them. Isn't that so nice of them? And here is the video that I shared with you guys, and that's the post there. And this is the statement posted on X from the artist. And it is no longer appearing anymore. It says the account owner limits who can view their posts. Weird. They went into hiding. It said in a statement posted on X that's no longer available, the artist here said they hope the matter had been resolved following the Pokemon Company's statement. I've seen official announcement and I'm grateful for the prompt resolution, they said via machine translation. I hope this matter can be put to rest. I posted, he's like, please don't murder me. Please don't murder me, China or Japan. I just wanted to drop pictures. I posted that post simply because I was confused after seeing the image online and couldn't confirm it was real game data because I couldn't control the subsequent escalation of the situation. I consciously stopped posting on social media yesterday. For me, I simply completed a commissioned work and had no involvement in the subsequent model production, sales, or profit sharing. However, this does reflect my lack of rigorous understanding of copyright at the time. What is he taking fault for it? He's like, sorry, I was drawing copyrighted material. This is my fault. What? I will carefully verify the intended use of my work in the future drawings to avoid similar incidents. Thank you very much to the operations team for their attention and response. Thank you for promptly removing the image. I am grateful that this matter was handled promptly. And I thank everyone who spoke out about it. So this is wild. It takes a turn that I was not expecting. This person took down all their posts and limits who can see what even shows up. And I was very confused about that until I got to this point here where they're taking accountability because they don't want to get sued by Nintendo or the Pokemon Company for drawing the Pokemon that was stolen.
Okay, so I am an artist myself, right? I do art for other people, and I gotta tell you, the fan art is a very tricky business. Fan art is a very tricky business because while some people might call you to do some fan art for them, like, hey, draw Naruto and Hinata, I don't know, on a swing or at the beach or something, right? That's fan art because although the idea is original, you're using characters from, another TV show. So the intellectual property is not really yours, but the art is original, you could say. When I go to an anime convention, man, I always wonder, like I always wonder, like how is it that some artists get away with selling fan art at anime conventions? Okay. There are many legal issues when it comes to fan art, so Nintendo's very much like Disney, with their intellectual properties to the point where they will either come after you like they always do, You know, we've seen that happen. Or take your fan art, not pay you because it belongs to them anyways, and just, you know, be an asshole. Right? So for lack of a better word, that's Nintendo. So my recommendation is, if you are an artist, right? If you use fan art to grow, I recommend use fan art to grow on social media, but create your own original characters. You know, so then that way, you know, these corporations, they can't come after you or steal from you. I mean, they'll probably still they will probably steal from you, but this time you can sue them for doing so. But hey, whatever your thoughts are, make sure to comment below. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. Everybody's your boy, Andy Matrix. Godspeed, baby.